How are things? How are we doing? Those of you who are not watching ads, welcome to the show. Those of you who are watching ads are not hearing me speak. Oh, who we got? We got Waldrop, we got Lajeunesse. We got at least two. There are other people here, just not talking yet. We got a bunch of stuff. Another OT week for Lajeunesse. Yeah, but you got your new lathe. Another OT week for Lajeunesse. I offered Pinnell OT this week. I don't think he wants it. And there he is. How you doing, my friend? Still in the box, Lajeunesse says. Well, that's fine. It's not gonna go bad. Especially with how much, like, what do they call that stuff? Cosmoline that they slather on them bad boys. It's not gonna go bad. Sitting there waiting for you to get to it. He put a photo of him with his box up on Instagram, and I think the only thing I said was something along the lines of, like, get them mineral spirits ready. Eric Witzel's back. Waldrop got 220 run, got the new bandsaw. Oh, yeah. What did you get for a new bandsaw? I forget what bandsaw you got. The 18BX. Look at this fancy pants. Did you get it yesterday? In the 10% off sale? Because it would have been foolish for you to buy it before yesterday. No, last weekend. Whoops. Fooling his money. Apparently. I mean, we've been talking about it on the show for a number of weeks. About how if you want a new Laguna something, just hold off till the 7th of July. Other guys in Woodcraft were grabbing drum sanders when you grab the lathe. If I was going to take advantage of this sale, if I had the money to properly take advantage of this sale, I would have gotten, I probably would have gotten the 18BX. I might have room for a drum sander, but I can't picture it. So I would probably be upgrading my bandsaw. Or the bigger lathe. I would like a bigger lathe, but I don't need a bigger lathe. I don't need a bigger bandsaw either. I do like their table saws. But if I'm going to upgrade my table saw, it's probably got to be to the SawStop at this point, I think. You got the 10% off anyway because you bought it through a buddy that's an employee. Okay. Well, at least you got the same price. I got a package. I got a whining cat in the other room. That's what I got. But I got a package. I finally remembered in time, weirdly enough, to order my new business cards. Well, I have not obviously seen them yet. But I remembered before markets that you need new business cards, idiot. Let's see what we got. That looks shitty. Is Instaprint? It's Vistaprint. Did you not cut them properly? Why is there a fucking line across the top of each one? Oh no, never mind. It's just how it's designed. It's just not perfectly spaced so that it looks intentional. I'll black out a phone number because I don't want you yahoos having my phone number. Show you the new business card. I thought it was just a miscut across the top, but it's just how the design goes. It actually is. It actually should have been a little bit more. Why is there a line across the top? Oh wait, that's my design. Yeah, but it's not spaced the way I submitted it. There was actually more. It looked more intentional the way that I... But it's good. I'm happy with it. It's not going to focus on it. It's good. It has all the relevant information. Measure twice, cut one. Yeah. They're okay. Also, the reason that it came in a box this size, is because while I was there, just for, you know, shits and gigs, as they say, I just wanted to see, because I think it's probably going to be garbage. Try to hold off on the swearing a little bit. I ordered more calendars. No, I didn't. But I did just to see what their quality is like. I did order myself a shirt. It does not, however, have anything on the back, because that was going to be like another like $6 or $8. It's not as crap as I thought it was gonna be. Here, hold on. Bear with. Eh? I should have just gone with the little one up here. But I was like, it's the same price to get it full size. So, I don't know. It's not a high quality shirt. But I was like, meh, we'll see. Because, I mean, I am going to still do that print run of my own shirts that I bought a ton of. But I'm not going to do another print run of those when I can get somebody else to just do them for me like that. So this is my first test run from somewhere. Pinnell wants a calendar. Pinnell has a calendar. Pinnell has calendar number 2, I think. What does your calendar say on the back, Pinnell? Because they're hand signed and numbered. Did you get number 2? I hope you got number 2. Scotty might have got number 2. Was there a bingo? No, there was not a bingo. There was yet another misunderstanding. Amy was not the first person to think that it was a running total for the month as opposed to a weekly. So she thought that she got bingo because she carried over from the week before. Eric wants a t-shirt. When the t-shirts are available, this was just a test run that I did through Vistaprint when I was ordering business cards anyway. I don't know that I will go with these guys. Not for this particular shirt. It's kind of a cheat. It's not terrible. Like, it's not. I don't think it's a quality enough shirt that it deserves to have my logo on it. I think my logo is better than this shirt. I don't want the quality of this shirt representing my brand. But I'll wear it around the shop and stuff. You got 4? Yeah, I think that's probably right, because Scotty called dibs on 2 and then he ordered 2. So he got 2 and 3 and then you got 4. The lives are hard to watch not live. I imagine they're probably hard to watch live as well. No, you're right. Everything all the lives that I watch just kind of aren't the same after the fact, where you can't like participate. Make sure to get them in men's sizes. Yeah, that was part of the problem when I pre-ordered a whole whack of shirts, is that I had to get, like, they wanted me to buy them in mediums and stuff, and like, real human beings are not medium. At least not real fans of a woodworking show. Shirts I've gotten from Spreadshirt are decent. I've not heard of Spreadshirt. But if you guys have ideas about like places, especially if they're like not a drop ship place, but like a print on demand kind of a joint. I was looking at a couple, but none of them looked awesome to me. But yeah, email me links to places that do good work if you know them and they're relative. Like, I want the best value for my customers' money, if that makes sense. You don't always read the questions out loud, so it's hard to follow. I try to. I don't see all of the questions. We've established that I only get top chat. So whatever YouTube decides to filter out of you assholes, I don't even get to see. And it's true. I can't read everything. I have so many fans. You know? It's flying by. You ship from Canada, so there's no good value for your customers. But that's why I'm looking for some place that does like print on demand. Like, if there's an international print on demand joint that prints from like the nearest place to the customer from a file that is in a database, etc., that would be great. Because they could print a shirt if they have places that print in like Atlanta and San Francisco and Toronto and, you know, etc., and it just prints from wherever the closest place is to the. There's got to be an international like print on demand company that can do that. It just has a file in their system and it prints and goes from wherever. Has to be, doesn't there? He ignores you, Stanifer. I try to, but he keeps talking. Can't just ignore everything. Like, when he's when he starts going, like, you can't just tune him out. It's not bad. So, yeah, probably won't go through these guys. I should hand sign and number this one too, so it's 1 of 1, so that the ancestors know how much this value. That's why he's still under 10K subs. Nah. Teespring and Threadless are print-on-demand t-shirt companies. What was the one I was looking at? They even said something about like printing all over the world type joint. I got a couple of fruit flies that are bothering me. You guys probably can't even see them, so it just looks like I'm having a seizure. Sure you have one shirt that says Stanifer's the worst. Well, that was the idea with the initial. I'm going to make some screens to do screen printing of my first initial run of shirts, and you get to customize the back out of the 4 sayings or whatever. It'll have my logo up here, and then on the back you can get "Don't come here to learn," "Stanifer's the worst," "Loud noises," and "Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe." And you could pick out of those. Still a thing that I hope is going to happen. I have so many things that I hope are going to happen. No, great, Bennett's here. I like that. I can just read his comment, and it says what I would have said. Oh, what up, my friend? Check out my new shirt. You don't have your logo on a shirt. I should be jealous of Stana for getting his name on a shirt, and I didn't, but he's the worst. It's true. Like, would you be jealous of if the shirt option was Gersh is the worst? Oh, that actually almost rhymes even. Gersh is the worst? Huh? Remember how surprised you were the first time that I ever read your name and I got it right? I include a Waldrop guitar shirt with every guitar I build. Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants. If I was selling $2,500 guitars, I might too. And I'll just get these crappy ones from Vistaprint. Name's going to change, though. You better not change it on here, or I'll never know who you are. Like when Joel the Dude suddenly became Intentional Gains. Well, no, I still know who he is, and I just refuse to call him his actual, like, his new name. So yeah, you can change your name, and as long as I know that you are you, I can still just keep calling you Amy Gersh. You can do that when you have over 10,000 subscribers. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, Laginess. I am past the point in life where you get to decide for me whether or not I can do something. In fact, I don't know that I would have ever let you tell me what I was allowed to do. Not Gersh anymore. It'll be Bondakitch. Bondasich. But there's no D. Bonakick. Bonakick? Bonachak. Like my wife's name is like Polish, so it's got like phlegm bits in it. When you pronounce it properly, it's like, what is that? Bonachak. Bonastitch. There's no T. So what's with the title? Yeah, that's a good question. 5 lives in 5 days. That's right. This is the start of a marathon. I am going to, speaking of wife, she has taken my child and run away. Hopefully to come back in a couple of weeks, because it's supposed to be a vacation. So, for the next 5 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I go back to work on Thursday. Tonight and the next 4, I am going to do live shows, and I'm going to crank out as many market things as I can, because first market of the year is next weekend. So I have enough stuff, but why not have more than you need? So I don't know if I'm going to make anything tonight, because I had a rough couple of days at work and I'm exhausted. But over the next 5 days, I'm going to be trying to make a bunch of extra stuff to flesh out the market table and have backups of stuff. So I figure if I'm going to be doing that anyway, let's turn the camera on. Let's do a 5 shows in 5 nights. And you come along for as many or as few of them as you want. Except for Pinnell. He has to show up for everyone. What is going on? We're same feeling about my ex. If I didn't hate my ex-husband, I don't know that I want to know what the story is on here. Mike totally channeled my pissy mood yesterday at work. It's true. It's true. She sent me a message about the shitty day that she had at work, and I was like, "Were you feeding me energy?" Because like I was getting pissy for not a good enough reason. I'm blaming you. Do these emotes on the side do anything? Well, first of all, I don't know what these emotes on the side are. And I haven't seen it do anything if you've been doing something with them. So maybe not. Maybe other people see them. I don't see them. You know what does do something is if you click the button where it's probably like a $sign of some kind. And then you can put in how many dollars you want to give the host of the show. That does something. I've seen people do that before. I've been married almost 43 years and plan on staying that way. Yeah, I have no plans of quitting. Just, I'm never sure if she does. Beer. Oh. Look what I grabbed. It's not in good shape, but at least it's padded from the old stool to put on the crappy new stool. So at least I got a little bit of a cushion. Amy's paying money just to say that Stanifer's the worst. Cheers to that. Celebrate the first super chat from AB Gersh. What do I do? Do I click this button? No, that wants to report that. How do I do it? I don't know. Why does it ask me to celebrate it? I can't press on the button to celebrate it. It doesn't do anything. Can I put in a negative amount? I don't think so. I don't think so. If Mike did a little dance every time, I kind of do. Every time I get a super chat, I kind of do a little dance. And you guys know that I appreciate you whether or not you pay me or not, right? Like, that's your tip for tonight? Amy, you're the last person that I would... You're the second last person. I got another box. I'm not going to open it tonight. Because this one, when I open it, has to become a video. Like a recorded, edited video for the channel. This is my new Chuck from Vevor. We'll give it a go. I'll give it an honest try. And we'll see. Mike takes a shot for a super chat. Sure. If I had anything to shot. I don't think I have any shots. Josh says hi, everybody. Hello, Josh. Who's a good boy? Who is? My box isn't there yet. You know, so far your box is not there yet. Chuck Fever. I think I'm subscribed to his channel. Well, I hope he's got good educational information. Go there to learn. Whiskey Cabinet does not have any shots in it right now. Pretty sure. There might be something upstairs in the actual liquor cabinet, but we don't come here to learn. It's good. Go to Chuck Vever's channel. Just making up channels now. Head over to Chuck Vever. Oh, yeah. So, 5 days of shows. We'll get some things done. I'm not going to go crazy because, like I said, I don't need a lot more stuff. But if one night we make a couple of pens, and one night we make a bowl, and one night we make a couple of keychains, and one night we make a bottle opener or a ice cream scoop or whatever, you know, it's just more bonus stuff. It'll force me to be out here making stuff instead of upstairs in the living room playing Zelda. I learned I need a chuck. You are gonna need a chuck eventually, yeah. That's one of the reasons the only reason I bought the stupid chuck is because I don't think that I should be allowed to say don't buy cheap garbage chucks because they're all shit. If I haven't tried at least a couple of them. Like, if you're gonna say something like spend the money on a quality chuck, at least be able to back it up with, like, I've tried numerous. You got to be able to say at least more than one of the cheap Chinese things. I don't. We'll see. I'm gonna give it give it an honest, fair shake. And then I'll open the bidding on this chuck. It won't be worth it to ship to you. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to sell it to my boy Tyler Peterson, because he's always bugging me about, oh, what about this one? What about this one? And I don't want him to buy something cheap and shitty. So if this one's cheap and shitty, I will not sell it to my buddy Eric Peterson. But if it's cheap and adequate, he can buy it off me and I'll take a slight loss, because I'm going to make dozens of cents from the video of unboxing and trying out the lathe. So I can at least sell it to him at a discount of $347. Do you drill your holes on the lathe? Yes, I do. That's the only thing I still do with my initial cheap chuck. Is the pen jaws just live on it, and I just drill. I drill pen blanks. That's the only thing that chuck does. The pen jaws live on it, and I drill holes in pen blanks. Just finished a pair of lidded boxes that can stack on each other with the lids on or off, and either one on top. Well, it's another Mr. Fancy Pants. Pair of lidded boxes that stack on each other with the lids on or off, and either one on the top. Oh, okay. So it's a stacking system, and the lid can go on either box, and the box can go on either box. That's cool. That's a cool project. Almost threw tongs at my coworker today. That's a cool term too. Like, all right, let's throw tongs. We'll throw anything: hands, food, tongs, bowls. Maybe not knives. Maybe in the kitchen, because there's a lot of sharp. If people start throwing knives and they start going in cross directions and stuff, that's I get the feeling Amy is 5'1" or shorter. I don't get that impression. I think Amy is normal human height, 5'7", 5'8"-ish. Amy's not that short. I'm 5'8". Hey! Unbox the Weaver lathe and turn a bowl in it. Well, I didn't get a Weaver lathe. If you mean the chuck, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna give it a shot on a bowl, and maybe I'll do a couple. Maybe I'll do a tenon clamp and a recess clamp out, a spread and a clinch. A clinch and a spread. Settle down. Maybe I'll just I'll just put something big in there on a recess and tighten it down and just like spin it as fast as it'll go and run away. I don't know. We'll give it a fair shake. Call the bowl Justin Weaver. William Smith, my boy Billy Smith from new. We talked about him he's from North Carolina. His favorite color is Scott Shop Towel. That's That's why I play Diablo 4, so I can kick stuff around and not go to jail. Okay, cool. That's right. He did grow up. He is from West Philadelphia, born and raised. But these days he lives in North Carolina. His favorite color is Tar Heel blue. Did I say South Carolina? I knew what I meant. Also, to be fair, even if I meant South Carolina, that's still pretty close. Because South Carolina is right beside North Carolina. Isn't it right beside? Is there a Carolina in between South and North Carolina? There's not a just Carolina. No. There isn't a South, North, and Central Carolina. That's not a thing. There's no just Carolina. It's South and North. Fucking lie to me, Will. It's the butt crack of the Carolinas. Is that where you live? You live in the butt crack of the Carolinas? In between North and South Carolina is sweet Carolina. Bum. Good times never felt so good. I feel fine. Oh, I won't get demonetized. I got $2. Gotta be careful. It's smelly. Okay. Back in colonial days, they were the Carolinas. Shouldn't be able to name one place plural. The Maldives, Maldive. It's probably French. Maldive. That's a plural. I don't know that I've ever heard how to pronounce that place. The Netherlands. No, that's not plural. Because what about North and South Dakota? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you called that, if that place used to be called the Dakotas as one entity, Maldives. Okay, good to know. Was the Dakotas actually a singular place at one point? The Philippines. But that is actually multiple places. Like, that's like what the Philippines is like 1,400 islands or something. The Dakotas split on November 2nd, 1889. So they already knew it was gonna be two places? So they named it that? The Dakotas? Knowing that eventually it would become two separate places? That's fucking weird. How do you know that they're like, just make it two places if it's gonna be two places? Why would you make it one place knowing it's gonna become two eventually and then name it that way? That doesn't make any sense. Je disputais. The land of the Dakotas. But then it should be an apostrophe S. If it was the land the land belonging to the Dakota people should be the Dakota apostrophe S. The Dakotas as in belonging to them. And we certainly know that when they were naming, when the colonizers were naming people, they weren't like, let's take a moment to recognize. We should enshrine in the name that this is their territory. That's what they were thinking. Don't want to get into it. Mikey B, what are you making these days? We haven't talked about what you're making these days. You making anything? And we had two Washingtons too. Washington on the northwest corner of the country, like the actual Washington. And then Washington, D.C. in the eastern middle of the coast. That you guys can't even decide on whether it's a city or a state or a district or its own fucking country with its own laws, or like Washington D.C. is like the Vatican City. Like it's nobody really knows what is this place. It's a city, but it's not. It's like a city is within a state. Like I don't think Washington D.C. is in a state. Is it? Is it in Maryland? Like what state is Washington D.C. in order for it to be considered a city? D.C. is not in a state, right? So it's a city that is not within a state. So is it a state itself? It's a district. But no other fucking place is its own district outside of a state. Like it's not. It's in a state, all right. That's not what we're not doing a political discussion. We're doing a geography discussion. It's a sovereign territory like native reservations. It's the District of Columbia that contains it. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is it's confusing. I want to do a wood project, but I always have an RC on the bench. That's whatever you have fun doing. If you're enjoying playing with the RC trucks, then play with the RC trucks. Nothing saying you got to be making something out of wood. Not by being in a state, by not being in a state, no particular state can claim ownership of the head of the country. This is true, but the city of Ottawa, where it serves as the nation's capital, and it is not the distinction between federal, provincial, and municipal government is such that the provincial government the Ontario provincial government in which Ottawa sits does not have like authority over the federal government just because it's within its borders or something like that. It's not that confusing. Don't expect America to make sense like Canada does, okay? Canada doesn't make any more, like I'm not claiming that Canada makes any more sense in terms of the way that the hierarchies of governments or anything works. That's not what I'm saying. But nowhere in Canada, is that accurate? I mean, even reservations fall under the federal government. They fall outside provincial jurisdictions, but there is a federal body that oversees we don't need to argue. This is not a point that we should be arguing about whether or not it needs to make sense. Like, if it makes sense to you guys, that's fine. I don't get it. Political noises. It's not. It wasn't supposed to be political. It was supposed to be geographical. I don't understand how it can be. It's part of the United States, but it's not part of any of the states. Like, there's just the concept itself. It doesn't make sense to us either. It's just the way it is. Okay, as long as we're all on the same page. Let's start my own country with blackjack and hookers. That wasn't how it went. It's close to that, though. Name the show. Got points. 4 points. I'm gonna start my own, whatever the actual quote is. I'm gonna start my own thing, except with blackjack and hookers, and then forget the thing. Not, what's the show and who said it? Beer. Our theme park. That's right. Pinnell knows. Build my own theme park with blackjack and hookers. All right, but Pinnell knows what it is, but he's not saying it. He's leaving it open. Free points. Pinnell's giving away points that he could obviously claim. And I can't continue the show until somebody gets the answer. Come on, you finally give out points and it's on a night you're not making something? There will be lots of bingo squares, my friend. We don't know that I'm not making anything, first of all. There have been times where I've sat here for an hour and a half before I've turned the lathe on and done something. I don't think I'm making anything, but who knows? It is absolutely Futurama. Amy Gersh with bonus points. You save up those points for something nice, Amy. I don't play the bingo, so you can't guess. It wasn't part of the bingo game. I think me giving out points might be on the bingo game. But playing the game, the reference for points game is not a bingo game. That's just nonsense. Bender is a cool dude. Yes, he absolutely is. That he is. That was a good show. As old guys get confused easily. I know. We're all just making our way through the world. Speaking of Bender, beer? No, I just got one. I'm good. I would like a Slurm. Yeah, Wordy Beardface, what are you making tonight? Show up on time, and you will have been involved in the discussion about how I'm not sure I'm making anything tonight. But, as the title of the episode says, I am doing a live show every day for the next 5. Because market is coming up and I do need to be making stuff. So why not just turn on the show when I'm making stuff? I'll probably be making stuff in between shows as well. But wife and kid have taken off out of town on an excursion. I'm here by myself. I might as well hang out with you guys. I'm making beer cans empty. It's just true. So far, so good. Canada question. Do you call beer puppers? No. I've never heard that reference. Spin some wood, even if you don't take a tool to it. What? All right. Are you gonna make stuff? I mean, I could spin some wood over on the lathe without putting. Yeah, let's make something. Are you gonna make stuff on the next 5 live shows? Because I haven't seen you make anything in a while. Show up more. Jesus. Last week I made 2 keychains. Show before that I made 2 keychains and a pen, I think. The last 2 shows I think I've made 5 things. So my fault you don't show up often enough. Keychain times 2 on the last show. Okay, the time before that, then I made 2 keychains and a pen. I made 2 keychains and a pen that I didn't like. The sanding got into the other grit and I gave up on it because I'm going to go back and do a CA coat. That's what happened. Go find one of those pieces of wood you forgot and make it around on the lathe and then set it aside and have another beer. No. I do. Speaking of wood, I forgot. Yesterday, for some reason, I looked in my back seat and I have a couple of little walnut dealies. Paul's going to bed. All right. Nighty night, my friend. Have a good sleep. I've got a couple of walnut blanks. They're just little guys that we could do on the show over the next 5 days. Maybe little M&M dishes or something. Totally forgot I had them. And maybe like little 5-inch by... Hold on. Time out. Is that 5 by 2.5? And 6 by 2.5. That's a little bit less than 2. One of these is lying. But I got a 6 by and a 5 by. Walnut guy. That I completely forgotten about. Just like sitting in the back of the truck. Or, well, in the back seat of the truck. Did he go in the house? No, he absolutely did not go in the house. Todd is desperately trying to win bingo. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. We have 5 opportunities this week, my friend. So I have a feeling that somebody's going to win this month. This is the 3rd month of bingo. And there have been a lot of shows. I've gone back periodically just to check the sheets to see like how close people are getting, because I want this to be like a realistic thing that people could accomplish. There are a lot of weeks where multiple people get 4, and then like dotted around the last one. There, if I continue to get between like 8 and 12 squares per show, somebody's gonna win one of these weeks. Miss Start, woodworking has been done. Where? Here? No. No, not tonight. I challenge you to turn both of those new blanks into one project, a lid and a pot that fit together. I challenge you to commission that piece of work. I will send you an invoice if you tell me that you're going to buy that bad boy. As soon as you commission turning this and this into one thing, a lid and a bottom, and the money hits my account, I'm all over it. Otherwise, I'm going to turn this into a $40 bowl and this into a $45 bowl. You do have to use a damn hand plane, though. I probably will during one of the shows this week, because one of the things that I'm hoping to do is make a couple more charcuterie boards to stock up my stock of charcuterie boards. So one of the shows this week will probably be like ripping and gluing and planing to make some charcuterie boards. What is the prize for winning bingo? Wouldn't you like to know? There was a week I was close but needed the Band-Aid, and I'm not rooting for that one. I almost put one on tonight. Well, I almost put one on that would have still been on tonight, because I burned my thumb on some garlic toast. That's not stupid. Shut up. I burned my thumb on some garlic toast, and it blistered. And then I was doing something else at work, I think, and my thumbnail jammed into the blister and broke it open. So I do have a wound that I almost Veritas Band-Aided. As soon as you commission me for coming up with the idea, I will do so in return. Coming up with the idea of making a bowl with a lid on it. Because don't want to burst your idea bubble there, but not only is that not new, but I have done that numerous times in the past. I do enjoy my charcuterie boards from you, especially the one with the handle. I wish I remembered which ones they were. You got one with the cutouts with the hole in it. That has the, obviously you have a handled one, and I think those are the only handled ones I'd make. Go in the house and get a Band-Aid for that burn. No, I don't have to. I leave the Veritas Band-Aids in the shop. I don't think I've seen a bowl you've made. Come on. Come on. That sounds ridiculous. I may not have made one live on the show since you joined on with the team. But like, you can watch my other YouTube shows too, like the non-live ones, where I have many bowls. Been watching since March. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've done a live one this year because I have a lot of bowls that have not sold. Why would you keep restocking? Well, you're not even restocking bowls when they're not selling. You just keep stocking bowls that aren't selling. That's dumb. Don't do that. Those two specific pieces. This is true. You were the first one to suggest that I make one piece out of these two specific pieces. That's right. I will give you a discount. That you can have a commission. You can have $10 commission on me doing that if you purchase the finished product for $100. $120. Only a few of your older videos have showed up in your feed. Okay. So we're gonna talk to Todd about. Oh, there's me. We're gonna go to YouTube, and your subscriptions are over here. Say I want to watch a video from Fine Woodworking. I click on Fine Woodworking and I go to videos, and then all of the videos that Fine Woodworking has done are right there. That's too much work. Too much effort? Well, I don't know what to tell you. You can't click on the button and then look and scroll through the videos that I've made, then I don't know what to tell you. And even Waldrop keeps popping up once in a while, probably once a week. Waldrop shows up with a comment on one of my old episodes with some kind of crappy pun. It's like, this turned out okay. Heyo! Like... I see what you did there, but I scrolled back to see because I'd been talking and I saw what you did, and I appreciate the effort, Mr. Pinup. Been long enough where rewatching it, all of it may happen. It's fine. I wouldn't want to, anyways. Who would want a pot made out of those two pieces of wood? It's true. They're pretty shit. Like, honestly, these are not attractive pieces of walnut whatsoever. These are not like perfectly straight grain, awesome pieces of walnut with just a little touch of sap over on that side. Like, those would be disgusting. Oh, you're right. That was Michael Scott. Was it? Oh, that's right. Put his foot on the grill. Yeah. Yeah. We both know Cops doesn't start till 5. I don't really have anything to talk about. We may or no. I was gonna say we might go over to the lathe. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea at this point. I had a go kind of day. at work? No, not really. I did a lot of computer sitting. I had a lot of yesterday was a lot of go go go, like physical go. Today was a lot of emotional go because I got to get tomorrow next week's markets all set. Like I organize these damn things as well as being in them. All right, Stanifer's leaving too. We can talk about him in a minute. Occasionally it shows me old videos of Mike's. I've seen them all, I think. We should do a pop quiz. I used to do that for prizes. Or no, I did it for entries into the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I did like pop quiz about old videos on the channel. I know the feeling. I have to say night too. Bye, Kapla. It's really hot today. Still tired. We're not that hot, but I understand. I totally understand. It is exhausting. Being in the heat or just having it be hot is exhausting. When he goes into the house to break the seal, he can grab a Band-Aid and we'll get 2 squares. If I did that, you would get 2 squares. But I don't need to go in the house to grab a Band-Aid. How many fucking times do I need to tell you guys that the Band-Aids are right over there in the shop? What's the point of shop Band-Aids that are in the house? There may also be some in the house, but the Veritas Band-Aids live in the shop. You guys just don't listen. God. We already decided he wears diapers or has a bucket under his desk. Are you like, I don't understand why you guys have to use the bathroom so often. Get better at consuming beverages and food products. Then again, my friend Mark, okay, don't tell him I said this. He shows up once in a while. Tell him I said it if you want. My friend Mark has the smallest damn bladder I've ever seen in an adult human being. He'd come over and we'd have drinks in the garage and play some darts and stuff. Dude would be pissing twice for a beer. I don't understand how you need to go to the bathroom that often. It's so much to the point where my, at that point, probably 9-year-old son even made a joke one day when Mark wasn't even here. So, because it would have been understandable if Mark's here to make this joke, but Mark wasn't even here. And I said something along the lines of like, are you going to the bathroom again already? And he said something about he's like, yeah, I have a bladder like Mark. Or something like that. He made a crack at how often Mark goes to the bathroom. Mark wasn't even here for it to be funny. That's how bad it is. I have a bladder the size of a walnut. I understand Mark's plight. Okay. I guess maybe I'm just really, really talented bladderally. I'm very, very bladderally talented. That's what I am. This is starting to ache a little bit. Hold on. I like to give it a little bit of motion to so it's not just constantly cooped up in this bad boy. But when it starts to Gotta stabilize it for a bit. Oh, what's Pinnell talking about? Oh, never mind. That was from earlier. It's weird that it just showed up now. It's 11 likes and 11. It's the record. 11 likes and 9 people watching. Yeah, but at one point, there were more people watching than like. I don't know that that necessarily means that everybody here currently has liked it. Beep. Oh. I can wait multiple hours until I can't. Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. These guys, you weren't here the night that they were like, why doesn't Mike ever have to go use the bathroom? He drinks like, sometimes he drinks like 5 or 6 beer. And I'm like, you guys seriously have to piss after 3 beer? Like, what? Miguel almost forgot to hit like. It's bad friending. I shouldn't have to mention it. I shouldn't have to say it out loud. I understand why they all do. I totally understand why they have to be like, don't forget to like and subscribe. And they make themselves sound like fucking idiots. But they have to. And I should remember to. Because, yeah, I guess you forget. I didn't. Yeah, well, you were never going to, Pinnell. You weren't going to anyway, even if I say so. I didn't forget. I just didn't. Yeah, I know. That's because you're a terrible friend. Friend-employee. You're a terrible friend-employee, Pinnell. Pinnell, do you want to tell these guys about your new purchase today, or are you keeping that on the DL? Like our sponsor, AG1. Drink this green sludge because healthy. Slurm. Or the egg salad sandwich from the gas station. If you like it, YouTube will keep recommending more videos. It's true. It thinks that you want to watch this. AG1 makes me think of Soylent Green. I don't know what this AG1 is. Sounds like something I don't actually want to know about. Where's the link for what? Where's the link, Pinnell? Where's the link for what? Did I miss some things because I'm top chat? Am I still live? The counter's still going. Anything, just Pinnell to drop a link. Well, see, now I'm not going to. See, you messed it up. You got to be more subtle. I think I've liked every live and it still doesn't recommend your older videos. Yeah, because you have to go to my not live videos. It's a separate category. You have to go into my videos, pre-recorded, edited videos, and watch those and like them and comment on them and engage with them so that the algorithm knows like, hey, he's interested in this guy's stuff. That's dumb. I know. Lots of shit in this world is dumb. And especially when it comes to social media stuff. Hey, Mike, you say the like, share, and subscribe thing so that the algorithm will pick you up more frequently. Yeah, he probably does. Who knows? I have the worst bingo card. They're all equally bad. Five opportunities this week. Somebody this week is going to win. I'm almost sure of it. Mike is stacking the deck with bingo because I am that smart. I remember all of the bingo cards and the layout of all the squares on all of them, and I intentionally stop those lines when anybody gets 4. Common stuff except the hand plane box. I won't ever win because of the hand plane. Well, not with that attitude. Look for a different line. There's a different line in there that you can get. If you click recommended videos enough, you will run into channels that are completely based around generating hate for things and have people waging war on each other in the comments. Sure. If that's how you want to live, if that's where you want to be in order for Google to give you a couple of bucks, then sure. No, I have hand playing in both corners. Well, a square has 4 corners. I know what you mean. It is more difficult if 2 of your corners, but there's still 3 this way and 4 this. Yeah. There's lots of lines. Okay. Don't make me come over there and put my balls on your drum kit. That wouldn't have even counted. I tried to give you a bonus one, but it wouldn't have even counted. Caress your hand planes, Mike. That's for after the show. That's between me and them. Okay. I want to continue for this show to be advertiser friendly. So I'm not going to sit here and get into it with my hand planes. This is family friendly entertainment. I almost had something really, really bad come out of my mouth right there. Restraint. You've got a random hypothetical no plane fondling. Don't come here to learn team luthiers that make bowls. No, neither. The luthiers who make bowls. I mean, we did have an argument one day. Not an argument. Discussion. But when you would be considered a luthier. I don't even remember where we landed. Did we land on formal education? Like you can't, you're not a luthier until you've taken formal education in luthiery, or was it a number of stringed instruments that you have to have made? I don't remember. Hypothetical question: if you could become any marine animal, what would it be and why? Ooh, I like this. Okay, marine animal. I like that he didn't say marine mammal, because that opens it up. Any marine animal and why? Shit, there's a lot of those, man. The world is 2/3 water. Marine animal and why? Please hold. I'm gonna have to walk through it, I think, in my head. Blue whale? Because A, I'd be enormous. B, I would live for a really long time because I don't have a lot of predators. C, it seems like a pretty good life. Just swimming around in the ocean, eating stuff, and then taking a shit once in a while. I do a song, and my friends hear me from like hundreds of miles away. Like, sure, I'm not graceful and like leapy and stuff, but I don't need to be. Like, who am I trying to impress? I'm big ass and like majestic. I like that. I'll go with blue whale. Maybe a narwhal. I could stab things with your face. It's true, but you're not very adept at it. Gotta be honest. You could stab things with your face if you were better at it, but you're not real quick, and it's fucking long. Have you ever seen a narwhal tusk? They're not like it's not a rapier kind of situation. You'd have to be pretty precision with that, and water's a little awkward. It's a good choice. I like it. Narwhals are gorgeous and majestic as well, but I'm scrolling back a little bit. What was going on with the beard in the snowman video? Oh shit, man! I don't know. Well, you have to watch it back. Hold on. It was probably just shitty like this one is. Oh, did you get me? See, that's how you get a bingo. That's how you subtly get a bingo square. That was good work. If that was the goal there, that was good. Was that you? Was that you with the what was going on with the yeah. I'm relatively easy to get. You just can't be super obvious with it. Like Pinnell sometimes is a little bit over the top with his aggro, like bingo square search. That was good. And now we're going to shut down the show because I know that a couple of you are within, that you have 4 in a row. But you guys do all know, right, that it's like an individual show that you have to get a line. Subtle burn. It wasn't you, Amy. You weren't here early. You were in the shower. Don't ask me how I knew that she was in the shower. Okay. But we discussed the fact that you did not win bingo because you were not the first person to misunderstand about that it's a within the same show challenge. I can't win. You won't fondle a plane. Don't tell me what I won't do. What are we gonna fondle? See, it's good. We're going in a weird direction now. Thanks for making it apparent to everyone. We talked about the last person who did it too. Don't worry. Like it's a thing that comes up relatively frequently. You weren't a dumbass. It's just like not everybody can see every Patreon post and watch every episode to make all of the connections. I obviously wasn't clear enough about the rules. Because I've had to clarify it probably 6 times. So you're not, it was not weird that you didn't know. Lee Valley, come fondle our tools. No, it's like Amy Gersh, please fondle your plane. You ask me nicely online after the show. My wife's out of town. Let's move on. Amy is the worst. I totally touch everything in the store. Yeah, go ahead at Lee Valley. You're damn right. You just open all these cases, please? I just want to fondle your tools, Amy. Do we have a new back of the shirt or the back of a coaster? I love watching Mike fondle his planes. Or Michael never fondle his planes. Hold on. We'll find... Amy, we'll find the right words to express the correct number of entendres to put on the back of a coaster. Okay? We got don't come here to learn. We've got Stanifer's the worst. Everyone. We got loud noises. We have another Stanifer's the worst. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. We have an empty-backed Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff coaster. So, there's an opportunity here. We could entendre the hell out of the back of this. Amy wants Mike to fondle his tool. Isn't bad. Gersh is the worst. This is okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep thinking on that, and then we'll put it up for auction for charity or something. And the charity will be Mike being able to keep living inside and eating food. What, no Rockler up there? No. No, we don't have Rockler or Woodcraft or Harbor Freight. You guys don't have all dressed chips or coffee crisps. Or Smarties that aren't stupid. You guys' Smarties are like rockets. You know I'm going to throw my money at you. All you do is work, sleep, drink tequila, throw my money at you. There's worse hobbies. I've never been a tequila guy. I've tried to become a tequila person. I spent a lot of money on really good tequila once, thinking like, oh, it's just the cheap garbage tequila that's the problem. No, it isn't. I tried. I don't hate tequila, but when, like, in order for me to enjoy tequila even a little bit, it's really expensive. I've asked Cremona for nice crotch shirts. I'm kind of surprised Cremona does not have a shirt that just says nice crotch on it. Like the Matt Cremona logo over here, and then on the back, it just says nice crotch. Or like at least a quote from Matt where it was like, man, that is some nice crotch. Or something. Crotch wizard. Why doesn't he have a shirt that says, like, it's got his face? He's got his face like digitized in a logo. Like, what a crotch wizard would be rad. I would buy a Matt Cremona crotch wizard shirt. Tequila is tasty, but it makes me sleepy. I mix it with blackberry lemonade. That's okay. That sounds okay. Again, no beer drinking glass. Have you? Well, no, I have. I was going to say, have you ever seen me drink beer out of a glass? Which I don't think you have. You've seen me drink it out of my goblet, but it's probably full of dust, and I don't really want to do that right now. Totally wear a Crotch Wizard shirt. Yeah. Crotch Wizard is a cool, well, it's also a cool band name. But if I was Matt Cremona, I would absolutely have Crotch Wizard on a shirt. How is that not a thing? Fucking Matt. They make fancy glasses for different types of beers. Todd, we're going to go over this again. Okay. One more time. Maybe the last time. Probably not, based on how it has not sunk in yet for you. I almost hold on. Let me Let's go back. We'll pretend like I was still. I know quite a lot about beer drinking, and I'm familiar with the different types of glasses and the different types of beers. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can feel free to hit me up on any of my social media channels or by email. But don't fucking question me. Okay? Because I will win this shit. I will annihilate you. I've been drinking beer for a long time, and I've been serving beer for a long time. Well, I haven't for the last decade or so, but for the 2 decades before that. Beer! Oh, hey, look at this. Look at this. What's this one? No, what's this one? No, that one got shook up. Let's try this one. Vancouver Island Brewing Mystic Haze Pale Ale. It's a pretty can. It's a very, very pretty can. Sort of a, I would say that's sunrise as opposed to sunset over the mountains. A hazy IPA. Might not be, well, who fucking knows? There's so many people making so many IPAs that I can't tell. When you're like, and I buy the multi-packs because I'm not going to buy 6 of a beer that I don't know whether I like. When I can buy this one, they're tall guys, and it came in an 8. So I only have to buy 2 of each of the beer I don't like. Or, well, turns out 2 of each of the beer I don't know if I like. And there's so many garbage IPAs. Why do so many people like these IPAs that keeps these brewers making them? Maybe it is looking at it, it doesn't look hazy. And Amy, you were just talking to me about how you like fruity beers. And most hazy IPAs, at least up here, have some sort of hint of like a grapefruit or a something in them. Like this one, for example. Is actually pretty okay in terms of it's not super hoppy. It has an undertone of, I would say a grapefruit. It doesn't bitterize your whole throat and make you want a glass of water immediately. And it doesn't taste like garbage that's been left in the sun. Holy shit. This is good. You like fruit sours. Well, then you don't get to judge because that ain't beer. Everybody can like what they like. Everybody can like what they like. Everybody's allowed to enjoy what they enjoy. This one I could do again. That is actually quite refreshing. It's not overly anything. There's nothing in that is overpowering anything else. And I like that balance. I would never call it a pale ale. It's not deep and rich enough for me for pale ale. It is absolutely a light, after mowing the lawn in the sun, refreshing beer. which was unexpected based on the term pale ale in the name. I think you're misrepresenting yourself, but it is actually pretty good. Again, proper glass. Again, don't start. We've already established that I can't go into the house and get one because that'll be the one that gives you the bingo. And now we're fighting. Look at Lajeunesse. Don't make me make a Lajeunesse as the worst coaster. I will. It's not that hard. I'll just go down to the laser. Want to talk about the what, Amy? My bingo card looks like a shotgun blast. Well, get better. Get better at bingo. Todd. Todd is the Virginess. He really is, right? Like, I don't know anybody that's Virginess than Todd. All right. This is quite good. These could be dangerous, actually, especially in like tall boy size. If you had a hot day of yard work and then you sat on your deck with a case of these guys, this could go badly. Oh, it's okay. It's only 4.5 alcohol. Okay. It wouldn't hurt you as quickly as I expected it to. I can't say I don't win anything because I win a lot of stuff. Or I win a lot when I give stuff away. Yeah, you do. What? 20 years in the Navy, you're going to have to do better than that. Again, I don't have to do anything, Todd. Oh boy, that's a normal can here. We do 355s and we do tall guys. It is 473. And then we've got like the big, I don't have any, but they're probably 600. But like a quarter gallon or something. I don't know. 24 ounces, or I don't like a third of a football field. Tall boys are 20 ounces. So what's that? Give me Pinnell. Pinnell, what's 20 ounces in milliliters? 700? $20 ounces is $5.91. Okay, so it's like this guy. Nope, that's 710. What's that? We got a 710 Coke. We got a 591. Is that what you said? 591. So like this Powerade guy. That's your big guy can of beer? We got you better than that. Our big guy cans of beer are like 800, 700, something like that. What's even happening? I don't know. Big cans remind me of skiing. You gotta sell 40 ounce. Yeah, 40 ounce. We got the big glass bottles of 40s. We have those two. Let's not fight about who's better at drinking, because we all know that whoever can go the longest without peeing is the best at drinking. Doesn't matter how big the can is, it's how much can go in before any needs to come out. Matt, I don't know what's happening here either. It is probably just time to wrap it because nobody's making any sense. We're just arguing for no reason. Like, hey, speaking about angry rants about the world, we haven't done Mike's least favorite people of all time for this week. Or whatever the segment's called. Old man rants about the world. Or, no, I think it's supposed to be like Mike's least favorite people of the week or something like that. And I haven't prepared one, so let me think. It's fucking Lajeunesse, probably. Let me think. Mike's least favorite people this week. I'm curious what you are working toward for selling. Turn dozen pens and some bottle stoppers. I'm not that concerned right now. I have enough of various things. I just want to make sure I have more than enough, and I want to get ahead for the August market because my wife and kid are out of town. So all of my time is my own for the next 5 days. So I'm going to make as many different things that I can that are market tableable over the next 5 days while I'm have all of my time to myself before I go back to work for an employer. There'll be some pens, there'll be some bottle stoppers, there'll be some keychains, there'll be some charcuterie boards, and maybe a couple of bowls. Except the hours I spend with you guys. Those are hours that I have for myself, that I choose to spend with you guys. You're welcome. Okay, Mike's least favorite people of the week. Just off the top of my head is the people whose lack of planning equals your responsibility. My least favorite people this week are the people who failed to plan accordingly, and because of that, it's now your fault that things are not going well for them. What's the phrase? It's like a lack of planning. Lack of planning on your part does not equal an urgency on my, or an emergency, something like that. Yes, McGill. Perfect. A lack of planning on your part does not make an emergency on mine. It's those people. Those are my least favorite people this week. The people who didn't plan far enough in advance, and therefore it's on you to fix it for them. Those are my least favorite people this week. And I'm not going to expand on that. We're just going to leave it open-ended and say, if that's you, die in a fire. I didn't mean that. You're probably nice. But just fucking plan better a little bit, right? And yeah, you are all correct. Billionaires. I'm not going to every week or every show say the same thing, but let's just say that it's always going to be billionaires is the actual answer. I'm going to find some other things to say, though. Amy, we're not going to... Let's all be friends. I don't think it's helpful for us to be on as many of the same pages as we are. And then split things on party lines. I don't think parties should exist either. At least we... no, I was about to say, like, you idiots only have 2. But, like, at least we have 3. Plus, it's not a benefit. Because it's still a garbage electoral system anyway that does not accurately represent the people. So what does it fucking matter whether you have 2 parties or 5? Like, if it doesn't actually... No, settle down. Davies, what are you doing, idiot? I have no interest in politics. Look at this handsome fella. Let's wrap this up before Mike gets too drunk and starts raging against the machine. Because we all know, I think if you're still here after all these many times, I think we're all on the same team. Speaking of money, I'm on the fence about doing the Bad Axe Saw Stop 5-day seminar. Ooh, what is a Bad Axe seminar? It's $1,500 plus $370 hotel. Ooh, hold on. Get 2 new saws and can tune up anything you bring. Back up. What? Saw Sharp 5-day seminar at Bad Axe. $1,500. So it's 2, let's call it Canadian $2,400. Okay. You get 2 new saws, any of the Bad Axe line, and you can tune up anything you bring with the people at Bad Axe. What do you have that you want to go tune up? Do you have like some old Distons? And like if you have a collection of saws, like that's a university education in saw sharpening and tuning, my friend. Plus 2 Bad Axe saws, brand new. Shit, I understand what you're feeling right now. That's hard. I dovetail on a tenant saw. Best sellers. Take the whole shop with you. I'm gonna just give me one of these. This is one of the saws that you might actually be getting. day. Intensive saw making and sharpening class at Bad Axe. Bad Axe saws are something else, my friend. Like, that's $22,000. How long? It's just a weekend, so one overnight. How much can you get out of them in 2 days to make it worth $2,000? That's. See if you can go for a 3-day. This is they make really, really nice saws. It's yeah. I would be, and you're like, it's not that much in gas. You don't have an air flight. You don't have travel is nothing. It's, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why do you even need to pay for the hotel? You just drive home and go back the next day. A 3-hour commute. Fuck, we have people that do that in major centers here all the time. They go 3 hours in and 3 hours home every day for work. I went 3 hours down to work and 3 hours back every weekend when I was transferred down to Langford for 9 months. I would absolutely do that. Well, depending on how much I could get a hotel room for. These days, I don't think I could, but I didn't put my saw back in the cabinet. That's okay. A 5-day seminar is 5 days. This is a good point, Pinnell. This is absolutely true. See, they have 3-day ones, but that seemed like a starter thing. Oh, hold the phone. Have we been talking about a 5-day thing the whole time? Shit, I missed that part. I just completely skipped over that. 5 days for $1,500 plus back up the train, plus $370 hotel for 5 days? Is that $370 for the hotel for all 5 days? Because why are you not enrolled in that? I changed my answer altogether if that's a fucking thing. How do you get in 5 days of hotel for $370? Or are we just getting annihilated with hotel costs up here? Go do the thing, man. 5 days? My least favorite person of the week is fucking Fearsome Warrior, who hasn't signed up for the thing. That's a 5-day class at Bad Axe with 2 saws that he comes away with, plus sharpening all of his stuff for $2,000. That's no brainer, my friend. I thought it was a weekend. Sorry, I missed the word 5 in the original question. Okay? My bad. Sign up, Matt. Especially if you were looking at it in 2017 and didn't do it. And I want you to record every minute of it and then send it to me. My supervisor to get the week off. Who, give us a number. We'll give them a call. We'll tell them about the emergency that you're in. What do you... What do you need it to be? You're saving children from like orphan children from a fire, or we'll figure it out. We'll call your boss, and somebody on the actual team will get this taken care of for you. I want to go. Is it this week? Because my wife and kid are out of town. I'm not allowed in the States. God damn it. Urgh. Oh. I hope that didn't give somebody the win. Oh, who am I kidding? I kind of do. I wish I could just rip down to Wisconsin and sharpen saws, kit saws. No, you gotta fondle your tools for you to win. Yeah. That's we're just gonna go on from there. We're gonna pretend like those aren't the words that you typed. I'm gonna go back here a little bit and I'm gonna screenshot that. Just for the record, my friend Amy has told me that I gotta fondle my tools for her to win. She's probably right. Branding iron for that line. Yeah, branding iron should probably come off the board. Because I don't think that the branding iron has come out. Well, I know it hasn't come out since the bingo sheet existed. So branding iron should not be on the sheet. Next month it comes on. If Mike fondles his tools, everyone wins. Especially Mike. One more beer. One more beer. That doesn't count as Mike saying it twice. We've gone through this before. We know the spirit of that square, right? Just because I said one more beer twice, we know the spirit of that square is that Mike says one more beer twice by going back to get it. I'm going to be here every night saying Mike needs to fondle his tools for you to win. No, you're going to be laying in bed every night thinking about me fondling my tools so you can win. Got to do expense reports. That a guy. Do your expense reports after you sign up for the Bad Axe thing. It's gonna be 6 years from now, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I should have done it." I was thinking about it in 17. I was thinking about it in 23. Go do it. Crayon song and uses a plane for that line. Apologies that tonight's show didn't involve any making, but there's four more shows this week, everybody. Tomorrow night, same time, same place, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll make some stuff tomorrow night. We might also bring out everything that's in the crates to see what I actually have to go to the market with, and then try to decide whether the next 3 or 4 days are bowls or bottle stoppers or pens or keychains or charcuterie boards or whatever. Should have done it back in 23 when it was only $1,500. Now it's 187 million. Yeah. Yeah. But at least it's at the bottom of the ocean. Have you seen woodpecker scrapers? I have not. Honestly, I don't look too closely at woodpecker tools. I know that it's ingenuitive and they're iterating and things, but most of the time it seems to me like you can do what those things are doing for less money from other places that are still reputable, good companies. The turning carbides from woodpeckers, I cannot imagine. They were on sale. I can't imagine even on sale that woodpeckers carbide turning tools would be where I would come down. Rikon's good set. It's like an interchangeable 3-piece. It's got one handle and it's got 3 posts that go into it. It's got a square, same as mine, square, diamond, and round that all go into the same lock set kind of system. It's not inexpensive, but I think it's without looking, I would guess it's at least 40% cheaper than the red ones from woodpeckers, and it's probably the same. It's good. I would buy it if I was starting again and wanted to get into carbides. Now that I'm in turning fairly deep, I kind of want individual tools to go with individual jobs. And I'll spend a little bit more over the long term to not have to switch out tops and stuff. But if I was starting, I think that Rikon 3 is a pretty good place to be. What should I start with? Todd says it's not the right question. It's not something I can answer. I started with a cheap 3-piece set of carbides from Penn State Industries, and it is a fine place to start. For $100-ish, you get into carbide tools. They're just little. You can't go too far over the tool rest, but it'll get you a feel for how to cut with carbide tools. If you can spend the money up front and you're willing to do that for better tools, for better results, and for quicker progression through to becoming better at it, if you're looking at carbide tip tools, you want to probably be looking at Easy Wood tools. They're, in my estimation, the best carbide tip tools that you can buy on the market. And it works. They work really, really well. And they stand by their shit. And they respond to you within minutes if you ask them a question. And if you want to go into gouges and skews and like traditional tools, that's a whole nother question that we can talk about at another time. Make your own carbide tools, Pinnell says. Depends where you want to be. If you have fun making your own tools to use, it is an option. I don't really have fun making my own tools. I would rather use tools other people made to make things. Except this one. This one was cool. I liked this guy. This was my first one. I did enjoy making that one. That was my second one. When are you going to dive into some of that wood you have stacked above the lathe station? Every day I dive into that wood. I'm like Scrooge McDuck, diving into that wood like a pool of money. I don't know where I should start. So like fire me an email, Todd. I can walk you through where I would start based on price points. If you give me a budget for tools that you have that you want to start with, I can get you to a place where you can make some decisions. I can't just openly say like, well, shit, all you need is $1,000 and you buy this chuck and this set of tools and this sharpening system and this whatever, which you actually can't for $1,000. But like, let's talk. You send me what am I recommending to my class? It's not really that type of class. The class is going to be talking about the different places that you can get into it, and based on how much you want to spend, these are some of the options that you can do. It's the same thing that I would do with you if you want to talk it through. You can start with a $4,000 lathe and $6,000 worth of tools. It'll be awesome for you. If you have $600, this is where you want to be living, and everything in between. A carbide tool is a metal bar and a piece of wood with a carbide tip screwed to it. I made mine for $15. The easy wood equivalent is, yes, that's what I said. What I said. Depending on if you want to spend the money on the best carbide tools, that's where you want to be looking. If you want to make it yourself, you can go visit Pinnell, and he will show you how to make your own carbide tools. Or probably Matthias. I don't know. There's probably lots of videos out there about making your own carbide turning tools. And Matthias will add some Raspberry Pi and some bed bugs to it. So that might be an option. Type that before you got to the last question. And yeah, there is some delay. Like I said, I'm happy to talk you through like options for turning tools, and I can tell you how I went through it and what I would do differently, but there's no like best way to do it. Pinnell wants you to make your own tools out of a piece of pipe you pick up on the side of the highway and an angle grinder. So that's not what he said. Harbor Freight pry bars make an excellent stock for carbide tools. See, there's lots of ways to. Where do you want to land? Do you want to just have the best and get going? Do you want to spend the time making them yourself out of Allen keys and pry bars and rebar that you found on the side of the highway and everything in between? Let's wrap this up tonight. I think it's been good. We've been all over the place. Nope, not sorry. Not sorry for going off in various directions. Hell, we're only 2:15. We've gone 3 hours of this nonsense before, and your local metal shop will cut 3/4 inch steel stock. You need to just about band Pinnell. That would have been really good. Down to the lengths you need. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in Cosman's better tools make the job easier. That's why I asked you guys what was the good. Yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, there's no right answer, and throwing money at stuff doesn't necessarily net the best result. But I am at the point where I would rather pay other people to make good tools for me to use than to try and to save the money. I am not a wealthy individual. I will spend more money on fewer tools that are better in order to be more confident in their use. I started with Bailey Woodworks. Welcome to the show right at the end, my friend. I started with a Wen lathe, bench grinder, and starter set, less than $1,000. Still the same lathe and bench grinder, but 6 tools and made the rest. There's no right way to do it. Beckham showed up right at the end of the night too. Oh, now we have to keep going on the show because I have friends that have just shown up. Amy wants me to fondle things so that she can be happy. Benell wants to go to bed. Do you not want to talk about the fancy new piece of equipment you got today, Benell? Some of these guys are probably going to appreciate that. If you told them what you got. No pressure. Keep going. I don't know. We'll see. Might have to take a little stand-up, walk around kind of break. But maybe we'll keep going. Josh wants dinner. Oh, who's a good boy? Gotta sign off. All right. Later, Amy. Maybe after the show, we'll do a little video chat of me fondling some things. That sounds bad. The wife's out of town and Mike is going off about private video calls about fondling things. This is Bennett was gone too. You just got back, he says. Nobody noticed you weren't here. I can keep picking Mike's brain and trying to learn something. Yeah, you can. I do know a bit about some things. Possibly the first time ever on the show, Mike might go piss. I don't know what beer number I'm on now, but it's been a couple hours. I think I blame this guy. I blame the Mystic Haze Pale Ale. I do answer your dumb questions. There's no dumb questions, man. I wish I would have had somebody to bounce questions off when I was just starting. With the lathe, especially. If I would have had somebody to bounce questions off with the lathe when I was starting, I wouldn't have gotten hit in the gut with a fucking chisel, like a bench chisel. This asshole right here. I am happy to answer whatever questions I can to keep somebody from getting hit in the stomach with one of those. talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go around the side of my house for a minute to fondle a tool. It's still so bright. The sun's almost low enough that I can just leave that door open. It's not stupid hot today, so maybe I can just. Lighting's probably better. You guys can probably see me more clearly in all of my glory. High res. No, not high res. Just better light. What's this guy up to tonight? I had nothing, man. We're just hanging out. I am doing 5 shows in a row in 5 nights. So today through Thursday, I am going to be live at the same time-ish every night, making stuff for markets. First market of the summer is next weekend. So I've got enough for the market, but I want to crush out a bunch just to flesh out the table, make sure I've got extra, take inventory, and make what I have not enough of over the next few days. So maybe we'll turn a couple of bowls, maybe we'll just crush out pens, maybe we'll do some keychains and bottle stoppers, maybe we'll make some charcuterie boards, whatever. This is episode 1 of 5 days in a row. You normally are a little pale on the TV. It's gonna be a poorly tasteful joke. Read the line above it. There's a significant difference with the light. Yeah, the light's always better when it's natural. That's why I'm looking forward to getting the new Barinas in, because that's more of a 5K sort of natural light times 4 times as much light as I currently have in the shop with the garage door closed. It's gonna be awesome. You'll see all the detail. I need to do something with this. This is it's just it needs to have a little bit of adjustment happening. The way you said it, it was like I was insulting you. Dude, we're all just having fun, my friend. I assume these days that the people who are here that I'm hanging out with that are my friends are not bashing on me. I honestly, like, we play it off like we're all like fisticuffs all the time. It's not how it is. We're all in good fun. We all care and love about each other, and that's the only way we're gonna make it in this world, is if we just all care about each other and support each other in whatever it is that we want to do. Glue up. Just put 9 clamps on it. I think my dog licked some glue and she didn't like it. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she won't do that again. Maybe she will. Yes. Chuck. I hopefully will get this unboxed tomorrow for the start of the video of that. Let's get it out of the bag. It doesn't need to be in the bag. This is for Todd. This is the Beaver chuck that I was like, don't buy that, it's gonna be garbage. I will get it out of here hopefully tomorrow, and we can start playing with it to figure out whether it's a good way to save $150 on a chuck. I don't know. I'll give it a fair shake. I promise. Ooh. Kid skidding his bike. Are there any other questions, comments, concerns, things that we should talk about? Because I can wrap this up if I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself. Beckham, you got any pressing matters you want to talk about? Mikey B? I'm not playing any cover songs because I'm sick of YouTube taking my money. Sick of YouTube taking my money. And telling me that money belongs to somebody else. Notification says, hey, you broke the rules. Why does it always turn into Hootie and the Blowfish when I start inventing a new song? I'm gonna get demonetized just playing the Hootie and the Blowfish chords and making up my own words for it. Anyway, you guys know you can always reach me by email or through any of the social medias and stuff, right? Like, this is not the only way that we need to communicate. And now I'm just sitting here, waiting for somebody to say something that we can talk about. Going to watch your snowman video later. Yeah, because apparently my beard is doing fantastic things in that. There's been questions about what my beard is doing in the snowman video. I kind of want to go watch it too. But I'll get demonetized probably. Kind of think you guys are just hanging around for me to say one more beer and go get one more beer so we can get another bingo square, which I am not averse to. One more beer. Yeah. Let's get the other one of those. Let's get the other. That was good. We'll get the other hazy Mystic Haze Pale Ale from Vancouver Island Brewery. That was a good beer. We'll get the other one of those. And we'll try not to get demonetized. If I play my own songs, I can't get demonetized. All right. Later, Mike. He's like, oh, he's got the guitar. Gotta go. And honestly, he has played drums for all of these songs anyway, so he's heard them enough. I miss jamming with you, my friend. He was not a shitty drummer. Let's put it that way. The thumbnail was clickbait. You're wearing a different shirt. I changed my shirt during the show. Show up on time. I unboxed this shirt from Vistaprint tonight. Come on here and claim nonsense. Show up here 2 hours late. Start for nonsense. Where can I claim your free nonsense? It's in the description. It's down below. If you click the $sign button and then enter a number, I believe that's how you claim your free nonsense. I'm trying not to lose my monetization tonight. We've been talking for 2 hours, and this is a delicious thing. This Mystic Haze Pale Ale from Vancouver Island Brewing is really, really good. And Amy was here asking me to fondle my tool while she was in the shower. Like, it was just... No, we had a fun night. Like, you need a haircut. You need... Your face needs a... good night, everyone. You punch out and get out of Dodge. All right, Beckham. Have a good night, my friend. We'll see you any night this week. This week, we're going live 5 nights in a row. Because why not? Why not? I like hanging out with my friends on the internet. And don't tell me what I'm allowed to do. Any night this week, 5:45-ish Pacific time, North America, we're going to be live. We're going to make some stuff. We're going to have some good times. We'll get demonetized a couple of times probably, and we'll have some fun. Maybe we'll order some pizza. Be the traveling guitarist. I gotta tell you, I wanna ask Jax. I know he's put a shit ton of work into that, but I want to ask him if he's like open for like critique and like, because I would love for that show to have more dialogue, like, and more sort of like. And so now we're 340 kilometers up the road, and we're turning off towards Lake whatever, because it's awesome. The show is great, but I don't get any sense of like being there with him. You know, like most shows on, like, if that was a travel show on TV, it would be like, so we're heading northwest out of Perth, and we're gonna head up the road, and we'll see what happens when we get there. At the very least, like, that'll be like a start of a thing, and then it'll show some stuff and some drone footage, and he's like, so we've arrived at Lake Rocktree, and we're gonna set up the lathe and turn a little thing, and that's all it. That's just that little bit of like sort of like personality, like dialogue type stuff would go a really long way, I think, to making those like fucking sweet. They're already really good, but I think just like, so today I've decided to head southwest. Let's see what we find. Come on, kind of like be a host kind of thing. But he's doing amazing work. Hanging out with my friends on the internet, having beer, and the sky is clear. And he's getting drunk, and he doesn't care. Because don't get demonetized. Should put this away. Can you see the same sun I can see? No, because the Earth is flat. You're looking at a different sun. I gotta put my bad axe saw back in the cabinet. to talk about it. Come on. There it is. Come on. Really? There we go. And we'll put that right there too. When I was in Sydney, ooh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, traveling in Australia. I was hanging out at King's Cross with some older guys telling stories about Paul Hogan. It's not a knife. I've been told, Chili and Kyla can probably answer this. I've been told that Australians wish that Paul Hogan had not become sort of the standard by which the world knew Australia, but they also have a huge appreciation for what he did for the world's appreciation of Australia. And I understand that. I totally understand why you wouldn't want the world to think that you're a stereotype as a continent, as a continent. But at the same time, like, the amount of focus that he brought to your country in a positive way has to be great. True. Eric Habakabaka says true. I think I understand why Australians are a little bit conflicted about it. Like, he seemed like a huge douche, but he put Australia on the world stage in terms of like the attention that you got from like tourism and the rest of the world actually giving a shit about the fact you existed back in the 80s. And not necessarily in the most positive way, but that's you know what I mean? You know what I mean, I think. Pulled in right across from the Opera House in Sydney Harbor. One of the coolest buildings on the planet. I've studied a lot of architecture and art history in terms of buildings and stuff, and it is one of the coolest buildings on the planet. I always thought he was more of a sellout. Well, obviously. It's going to be another 3-hour show because half of you showed up 2 hours in, and now I feel bad that if we're going to hang out, we got to hang out. But I shouldn't feel bad because the next 4 days in a row, we're going to do it again. Show up on time tomorrow night. Aussies are fun to drink with. I don't know this. I don't know that I've ever... Have I? Nah, probably in university. But I don't remember. I don't remember drinking with Aussies specifically. I drank with Kiwis that I remember drinking with. But don't conflate those two things. Kiwis don't like being thought of as Aussies, and the vice versa, from my understanding. Punctual lateness. See, I'm punctually late by like 3 minutes. What's with this 2 hour bullshit? Like, really, what do you guys got going on that's so much more important than being a friend? Oh, shame. That was mean, and I didn't mean it, and I apologize. I should shut up. Everybody's got a life. We're all just trying to make our way through the world. Ran into a group of Aussies in Thailand during the World Cup and had a blast. It's you, globetrotter. I've never been on the Asian continent, never been on the Australian continent, never been to Europe, never been on the European continent, never been to South America, never been outside North America. Oh, right, you're a Navy guy. So you were also looking for the you were also looking for the blackjack and hookers that we were talking about earlier. I'm gonna have to wrap this up, my friends. As much as I want to keep hanging out with you, there are just as many people hanging out now as there were at the beginning of the show because half of you assholes came 2 hours in, and now I just want to keep hanging out. I'll sum up Aussies. Uh-oh. We got an American Navy officer. Were you an officer? Shouldn't have assumed. A member of the American Navy who's going to sum up Australians. Go ahead, Todd. This won't be controversial at all. In Thailand, during the World Cup, 2 bars started fighting French versus German. Go on. I'm looking forward to the rest of the story. See, I already think the Australians are going to be a pivotal part of the Aussie sprinted down, jumped in, ran back at her. They jumped in to do what? Like they broke up the fight? More detail needed. Come on, learn some plot structure. If you're going to tell a story, when asked why, they said because they were fighting. Yeah. Todd, if you need some, we'll talk about like what it is you need to get into turning, and we'll talk a little bit about the structure of a story and how like you need to develop plot points and details. And in order for you to communicate the important information, it needs to be there. Oh, Judgy McGee. Look at Judgy McGee being all, I have degrees in this and shit. Like, no. This all, I think it's hard to type this with limited characters. You just get to talk. It's a valid point. I'm not. I have to type, then fix typos. And you're probably on a phone that has really little buttons. And when I do this, I'm on like an actual keyboard with trained fingers. And you guys know I don't mean it, right? Like, I love you all. We'll back the underdog in a fight. As well you should. If there's ever an even fight happening, the good people even it up. Watching you on an Apple TV. Oh God, I hope it's enormous on the wall. Like, am I like, is my head like 2 feet tall? Because I love hearing when people are watching me on a big screen TV and my head is just enormous. I love hearing that. Because take that, Dad. Said I'd never make anything out of myself. When's the last time your head was 2 feet tall on a TV across the world? Nobody's putting an accountant on their screen with a 2 foot tall head entertaining them. All right, now let's go in a different direction. Yeah, I'm gonna have a depression call with Kyla again tonight about how terrible I feel. It's 18 inches? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good hit. That's actually just slightly more than life size. 18. Yeah, so I'm only about 25. Shit, that was just about like Kyla's last week. See, because I got my padded stool from the other stool, and it doesn't sit nice. So your TV is only about 25% bigger than real life. Which is still pretty big. Like, I appreciate it. Oh. I think we should probably start wrapping this up. As many times as I've said this, it is time to go. We'll see you tomorrow night, if you're around. Approximately 5:45. I don't know for sure. But we're going to do 5 days in a row of hopefully making stuff. Pens, keychains, bowls, charcuterie boards, bottle stoppers. Just to plump up the table next weekend. Because I'm off for the next 5 and family's out of town. So I have all the time in the world to myself. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. Thanks for coming.